Have you ever wondered why and how you are able to control when to urinate? Our urine is formed in the kidneys and then passed on to a storage organ called urinary bladder via the two ducts called ureters. You can think of the urinary bladder as a balloon. As the urine starts to increase in the bladder can stretch just like a balloon. The walls of the bladder send a signal to the nervous system when urine starts to fill up. The nervous system sends back another signal to stretch the smooth muscle around the bladder. A full bladder can hold around 500 milliliters of urine. The maximum is around 1 liter. However, at this prolonged state of distension, the bladder could burst in theory. But before this happens, the urine will probably be expelled out or may even go back to the kidneys via the ureters, causing problems in kidney function or urinary tract infection. Now, let us look at what allows you to decide when to urinate. Below the bladder, there are two stops before urine can be expelled. The first one is called the internal sphincter. This muscle is involuntary, which means that once the bladder is filled, this stop will open. The opening of the next stop, called the external sphincter, however, can be controlled by us voluntarily. When the stretch receptors sense urine being filled up, one of two pathways occur. If you have found the proper location nearby, the parasympathetic nervous system tells the bladder to contract. The internal sphincter opens and the external sphincter relaxes, letting the urine out. However, if you are not ready to urinate, the parasympathetic activity is inhibited. Hence, the external sphincter remains closed, controlling your act of urination. The brain circuits that control the contraction and relaxation of the external sphincter is not well developed in infants and small children. Hence, they have no control over when to urinate. After a couple of years, this part of the nervous system develops, and thus, expelling the urine is under our control. This bladder control is also lost in some elderly people as the external sphincter muscle is stretched. This biological information can help younger people be more understanding about the health of the elderly people. And while you are young, make sure to take good care of your urinary system by not holding your urine for too long.